my pillow.
I'm trying to, like, not have my...
I don't know what to do.
So, who are we here with?
Who am I?
It depends if you're awake or asleep.
The problem is when I'm with people, I'm not a serious person, but I'm like talking to myself all the time.
I know, I'm not serious either. This
I'm
would be goofy
I'm
as
like
shit.
a 16-year-old boy with a really dirty sense of humor.
Yeah, well, I'm a 30-year-old man that...
But when
looks
I'm
like he's
alone, I'm
16.
like, quantum science is the way.
That's fine. And maybe this is like... You'll have those episodes where you have those, and then this is like...
I don't make plans.
Exactly.
It never works out for me.
Life happens while making other plans. Learned that when I was 12 years old. It was on my cousin's MySpace page.
Wow.
And apparently it's a Beatles thing.
Did you ever really feel like it was your space?
The 8 people I got to pick, you know?
I never had a MySpace, so.
Yeah, I was just going to ask you, were you even like...
I was alive.
Well, I knew you were alive. No shit.
I was alive. I didn't care about normal things that people cared about. Anyways, what's up, guys? I'm Sela.
I'm Gage.
Welcome to the Open Dome podcast.
Where today...
You get to see our faces.
She tries something new.
I'm trying something new.
And I just get to be the lucky one here.
Yeah. We love spontaneity.
That's a good start. That's a good start.
You're
Yeah,
good.
we can cut.
I'm on a roll.
That's what I'm saying.
You're editing this, right?
You need me to. Whatever.
What? I don't know how.
It's easy peasy.
I don't know how.
Laptop.
Can I hear you when you're like talking like this?
You need it like here. Like if you were to be like, Gage, you're so nice. Motherfucker. Like,
Gage is so nice.
You're like, Gage, you're so great. Like,
Oh. No, it's funny. I walked into your house and I was like, didn't feel like I was meeting you for the first time. I was like, I've known you forever.
well,
But that's also most of my interactions with people,
yeah,
usually.
I would think that you're also very selective on the people that you, like, put your energy around, right? So, like, if you don't already feel that way around somebody, you wouldn't do this.
Didn't we talk about this? I have like this like energetic wall that goes up before I even communicate with somebody. Like, I'm going to know if you're fuck-withable or not right away. I don't even have to have a conversation with you to like feel that way. So like, that's kind of savage, dude.
If I continue on and talk about it,
I don't have to tell you I don't fuck with you to not fuck with you. I'm not going to fuck with you.
Yeah, and you're not going to be like...
I'm not going to give you the time
like
of
a
day.
bitch about it. You know,
I can't put, I have to cut this out.
You'll be
They
cordial.
can't know. I don't want them to know.
Who's they?
All of them.
Who's them?
Most of them. All of the people that I ignore online.
It makes them want you more.
That's crazy. I don't need that. I don't need that.
Fair.
I don't need that.
Fair.
Absolutely. Absolutely not.
Look, I'm just going to edit everything, and then you can crop, like...
We should just leave all of it.
Into one. Oh, yeah. All right. Well, this is us, guys. Here you go. Nice to meet
The
you.
shoes. Put those away.
Honestly, I looked for so long for these.
Can you show them what you're wearing on your feet right now?
Yeah. These are the Osterio something else slides. I don't know. It's OM something. The Day of the Dead.
No, they're cool. I like them.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if I'm gonna wear clogs, I'm gonna wear these
Clogs. He said clogs.
You won't catch me in a pair of Birkenstocks.
Aren't those the same thing?
Yeah, but Birkenstocks is... It's like the brand. They don't have fucking skulls on them.
Am I supposed to hold this down here?
Wherever you want.
I don't know, dude. I don't know how to do this.
Get used to it. You can like wrap it around.
So many people, dude. They're like, you need a podcast. I was like, I have
You're
one.
like, how do I do it?
I don't know how to podcast, but I'm trying. Honestly, it's working just fine. So.
Okay, well, let's do this. So, today,
am I sitting like a dude?
I mean, you could say however you want. You got some badass boots on. Bad bitch boots on.
Bad bitch boots. Stop.
What brand are those?
I don't know. I got them at the thrift store.
There
Untouched.
you go. Another winner.
Untouched.
She's a thrifter. So,
Thank you.
yeah, the only thing I buy that's expensive was this house for my ex-wife. We're definitely cutting that. And Civil Regime.
Okay.
That's like my brand.
I don't even know what
But
that is.
everything else, it's all the like
metal. Oh, it's your brand?
Metal. No, it's just my brand. Like,
oh, it's
that's like
your
my
brand.
That, like,
it's his brand.
No, it's not my brand. I wish it was my brand.
Well, you just said it's your brand.
It's okay. Well, that's like the same way I say like Justin Timberlake. That's my guy. Like
that's
maybe I'm possessive as hey. You know what?
That's
I'll
why
put you on
you're
some discography.
divorced.
What was your
Cut that.
battery on?
Put it on charge.
It's not.
Put the charger in it. Inside of it.
Yeah, that's usually how a charger works, right? Right? Is the Capricorn energy matching, or am I what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're a Capricorn too.
Yeah.
Your birthday's my brother's birthday.
And your birthday was my best friend. Yeah. So your birthday is my best friend's birthday from high school, who I played volleyball with.
We went to high school together?
My best friends.
I'm your best friend.
Oh.
No, I'm just kidding.
Shit, here we are.
I'm just kidding.
You heard it here first.
Silence. D&D right
Silence.
now.
I kill you. Ugh.
So why are we here today?
Is it my fault or your fault? I think this is like the one time in my life where like there was no like pursue or like somebody chasing. Like we kind of just met at the idea at the same time.
Oh yeah.
Talking about
some crazy shit.
Just dreams and psychedelics and astral projection. And so I was like, yo, I have all this set up.
Yes.
You're just great.
Big yes.
Like,
thank you.
and
That's
can
so
speak.
Nice. I try. It's funny though. Whenever I feel like I need to say something, I'm like, I don't know what to say. I have to like.
It's finding the flow state. Like I can do it all day in real estate, and
that's
like,
why you brought the cookies.
And close my eye.
I see what you did there.
Honestly, yes, because at open houses you make cookies. It smells good. But yeah, I didn't even think about that. I just have a sweet tooth.
That's how you get Santa Claus to come down your chimney.
You want some presents? Get some followers. I feel like a lot of it can be misconstrued, and I'm like not meaning it that way.
Please stop.
Okay. Anywho,
we're here to be serious and stuff.
We're
here to like.
Yeah, we were like, I'd be down to do a podcast, and you were like, oh my God, I've been,
I have one.
I want people. Well, I have one, but I want to do it with someone, and nobody's down. And I was like, bitch, I'm down.
I didn't say that. I just I hadn't really met those people yet. Like, they're out there. There's so many of them.
Yeah.
My shit's so fresh, so I'm like, I don't really know.
Fair. So I'm just the
baby
test
steps.
subject, guys. I could be gone tomorrow. We don't know.
Okay, well. Later, dude.
Well, it's your podcast.
It was nice to meet you.
It's your podcast.
Oh, you mean like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like you could be.
We're not getting straight into like the life versus death conversation, right?
I mean, we can.
Do you want to?
I mean,
pull up my list. What's on the list? What are we talking about today?
The list.
How do we I feel like there's no way.
So this list is for sure brought to you by what podcast?
The Open Dome podcast. That's my podcast. I invented it.
That's hers. That's her podcast.
Yeah.
Okay, so cool. I have the list.
Okay.
Open.
You're in charge, dude.
I'm
tired of making decisions. I make decisions for everyone else every day of my life.
I just don't want to take control over your.
No, honestly, do it.
So if I'm director, producer, and part actor,
let's go.
Well, let's fucking go.
Let's fucking go.
I know the answer of this because it's what I believe in, directly from your mouth to my ears. Are humans
we talked about this?
Receivers of consciousness?
Okay. Let me have it. Give me the answer.
I mean, I believe so.
I feel like this is a test.
Now, is it consciousness from human to human, or astral down to earth to human, or from deity to human?
Well,
it's all different.
Up, right?
Let's
back it up. What is consciousness? How would you describe that to somebody who doesn't know what consciousness is?
Well, I'm here with the GOAT. I asked you the questions. Are you just
I love you.
So am I Am I in an interview right now, or are we tag teaming this?
We're tag teaming the interview.
So I asked the question. You can ask me the next question then.
No,
But, Zila, are humans...
You're interviewing me?
Of consciousness?
Am I a celebrity? Okay.
I mean...
Are humans receivers of consciousness?
Yes.
Receivers.
And this could go...
This is going to go all over the place.
It's like a spy.
Fair warning.
It's like a web.
Be warned.
It's going to be like a circle. Like a circle.
Okay. Receivers of consciousness. I feel like that's... I could take this in so many directions. I think the first way I would interpret this question... Is there an answer? Actually?
No, it just tells us how to...
It's just
Am
I wrong?
How to explore. But yeah, I mean, it changes depending on what area of field you're in.
So for starters, I think we are
my consciousness is way different than yours, but I believe in...
like yes and no. Okay, so I think consciousness is actually one singular thing.
I think it's perspective and power, and depending on how much power you have.
I think those are like subcategories of consciousness. Or experiences through consciousness. So I think consciousness is like it's like a singular thing that we're all connected to and we all are.
Okay. Yes.
Okay. It's like a ecosystem in itself. And we are all a part of that ecosystem.
Yes.
That's what consciousness is. And every living, breathing thing, I think everything in itself
down
has
to our
consciousness.
Atoms, neutrons, protons.
Exactly.
Yes.
Right. So when it says, or this question asking, like, are humans receivers of consciousness? I think the way I would go about answering that is that there's two sides to this. I guess this is where my brain goes. Like, there's an aspect to receiving consciousness. And that's where I would bring about the honorable mention of, like, channeling or, you know, receiving divine guidance or even, like, connecting with God and, like, receiving, you know, like, discernment from God.
Yes.
You feel me? That's, like, the reception of consciousness itself.
I feel like they all are their own subcategory.
Yes.
And if you were to have one thing happen, like at one point, I heard Jesus's voice, or what I thought was Jesus's voice.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, whoa, am I crazy? But then I had a second situation from another subcategory that was almost the same experience. So
Okay.
I've gotten into a whole bunch of studies. I watch a whole bunch of podcasts. We can talk about them specifically later, but you start finding commonalities between things that people don't think are common. Like,
okay, I like it.
Like meditating versus praying versus taking psychedelic medicine.
Mm-hmm.
But doing that in what's the correct word? In channeling it when you're sober and you're just like, you at a present state can get and receive things.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't. Like, I have to, like, literally sit and keep my eyes closed and meditate and follow the colors and, like, get down the hole to then feel something.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I could do that with my daughter, and it'll be, like, pretty. And I'll be like, is somebody telling me my daughter's pretty? Or, like, am I just thinking my daughter's pretty because I'm in this very relaxed, meditative state? Like, and I've never had anybody to talk to about it. So I was just like, well, I guess we're here.
Okay. Okay. I'm following.
Yeah. I don't know. I think I'm very intuitive. So it's like you're a knower of all conclusions. Let's say you had to get to the other side of town. Mm-hmm. Already in your brain, you know every single route within a second that you can take to get there. Or which route are you going to take? So,
like, all probable outcomes.
Yes. And then it's like, what route are you going to take? And I feel like that is what's helped me so much, like in my career in real estate, relationship with friends. Like, I can build you the Disneyland, sign when you walk in, where they're all like 150 arrows crisscross, right? And it's like, okay, I knew that coming in. Now where am I going to go to get what I need, right? So, like, I'm very intuitive that way. Problem is I may not have the tools to go down some of the routes. So that's when I would need, like, to learn or to listen or help.
Okay, sure.
So,
like, going back to, like, being a receiver of consciousness.
Yeah, I hope I didn't, like, throw that off.
You totally did, but it's okay.
Shit happens.
No. I'm totally kidding. But where my brain goes with everything you just said is, like, okay, like, the perfect example to give somebody in regards to that question or this topic is, like, clairvoyant abilities.
Yes.
Would be the perfect depiction of what happens when you are receiving consciousness. Like, whether you're clairvoyant, clairaudient, clairalient, clairsentient.
And I'm none of that. So that's why I took us on a...
But also, like, you probably are, and you just don't know it yet. Like, I can only speak for myself.
I hope so. That's why I, like, meditate and calm down and speak to more people that are open to calming.
Fun fact. Okay.
Let's hear it.
When I started channeling for the first time ever, it was through a meditative experience that I was having. And for some reason, like, I felt this draw or this, like, pull towards, like, meditating a type of way, which was not taught to me. Like, nobody told me how to do this. It was just like this intuitive, like, I'm going to listen to this thing while I breathe this way. And I was able to get myself into, like, this transcendental state within my body, which feels very relative to, like, right before you fully have an out-of-body experience, which we can get into. But it wasn't a full out-of-body experience. It would almost feel like if there was a sensation tied to this, it's kind of like your soul is kind of, like, just briefly hovering right outside of your body. So it's like it's very connected, but you're not. It's like you're kind of right in between.
What's that feel like, though? Like, give me some descriptors.
Okay, so imagine you relax every part of your body.
Okay.
Kind of as you're drifting off to sleep.
Definitely not.
I think the most similar feeling that, like, the average person would be able to relate to is right before you fully fall asleep. That's what it feels like.
Yeah, that moment of...
And it's like, I don't know if you've had this experience, but I have this all the time. I start dreaming before I'm fully asleep.
Yes.
And I've had people next to me in bed and, like, just, I don't know why I felt comfortable enough one day to just be like, I'm going to tell you as I'm, like, drifting into dream realm, but I'm still awake, but I'm basically asleep, like, right in between both realities, right? And I can start telling this person, like, drifting off to sleep right beside me, this is everything I'm picturing. Like, I'm dreaming right now, but I can tell you what I'm dreaming. Like, it's because I'm not. No, I'm.
No, I'm just laughing at what I'm gonna share because I just like.
It's so.
It happens to me too, but it's like it's not a long period of time.
I hate that I just got so hungry.
I got cookies.
I don't want cookies.
Well, we can take a pause and come back for part 2.
Later.
I mean,
we'll get there.
I got shit. So I, like, start dreaming, like, almost immediately after sleeping. Like, it's my ring says I go into REM, like, right away.
You got one of those?
Yeah. You
got one of those.
Like, I don't even get deep sleep half the time.
I don't either. This is where we like cyber bonded.
This was like the last thing that, like, we're doing it.
Same, dude. I was like,
so when I'm laying here alone, you know, or my daughter's here and she's asleep and, like, I start going off into the dream, I just go off into the dream, right? When I was in a relationship last, like, you know, we're watching a show and I'm trying to stay awake and I'm falling asleep and I'm trying to stay awake, trying to listen to her, like, talk, you know, because we're, like, bantering while watching. It's like 2, 3 in the morning. And then the 2 words that come out of my mouth are booty slaps. And it's because in my dream, for some reason, she had gotten up, like, if we're sitting like this, gotten up in front of me and said, like, hey, Mr. Booty Slaps. Like, it's
I'm
like
dead.
It doesn't translate to, like, what I'm seeing.
Yeah.
I was just like, I said booty slaps and, like, woke up.
Okay, so you were like,
and it's like, it's, I guess.
Dream talking.
Yeah, you could say it was dream talking, sleep talking.
You were like sleep talking. Sleep talking, that's what I meant.
Yeah. but it doesn't last more than a like you got like 2-3 seconds out of me or I'm out. Whereas it sounds like with you can be there for quite some time.
It's very controlled. It's a very controlled experience for me.
Yeah, see, I can
Sorry,
only,
I'm like dreaming before I'm actually like
it.
in a dream.
So
it's like when I'm still in my body.
That's power. I can only control, like, I lucid dream every night.
But this isn't even like, we're not even talking about like the dreams.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
This is
once I get into that place, like, I know how to use that. So you do both, correct?
Yeah.
So is there a commonality or a feeling you can think between the two to like allow someone to build that strength?
Oh, there's so much I could say about all of that. Yes, I think there's a practice involved. But circling back to the channeling.
Okay.
I already forgot where we were going with that.
Do you think
maybe it wasn't
have
important.
you ever thought you had ADHD?
I have ADHD, like
okay,
a
well,
motherfucker.
I've
but
never
also,
been diagnosed. I thought I might. We're just gonna, like I said.
Oh, you think? You don't say.
I don't know. I watched
Everybody has ADHD.
I watched a video one day that said if your brain always needs to be making a song, humming a song, if a song's not playing, then you probably have ADHD. And I was like, oh, there it is.
I did in fact get actually diagnosed like not that long ago, like a year.
I wish I would. So
it like broke my heart actually because I don't know, I was just for shits and giggles, dude. I was like, I just want to know. I just want want the truth. That's it. That's all I need. Lo and behold.
I guess I don't know if this is too personal to ask. Are you medicated for it or are you just like raw dogging it?
Yes, I am. But not I take it when I need it.
Okay.
I take it when I need it.
This might be like a get to know you episode versus like educational.
Yeah. Okay. Do you guys want all my dirty secrets? Don't answer that. I'm an open book. Like I got nothing to hide. I mean, if anything, with having ADHD, there was an aspect to it that was like really holding me back. And for me, it was like there were periods in my life that became so overwhelming. Like it put me into this like debilitating state of paralysis. And mind you, like I'm one of those people that I'm strong-willed. I'm going to go in myself before anything else. Like I'm going to make sure that I'm always going to like try to choose the higher path for myself, no matter how much I tried. Like I feel like I tried everything over the course of my entire life without really taking it seriously. It was one of those things where, like, mind you, to this day, like if there are better alternatives, bring it. But I have also been on that wavelength of trying all the alternatives. And those alternatives it's not that I was ever looking for a fix, but there were still parts of my life that became so debilitating.
Yeah, certain states where it was
I'm telling you, like, the worst of the worst for me was when there was a point where I wasn't making money. I wasn't taking care of myself. I couldn't maintain relationships. I still struggle with that because but I mean, life is life and there's that part of it.
Like intimate relationships or like even friendships?
Intimate relationships were actually always easy for me.
Okay.
Because it was that one-on-one thing that was something that I always yearned for.
Yeah.
But when it comes to like friendships and things like that, that's still something I struggle with because there's so much going on in my life. And as somebody with like chronic ADHD, you're looking for not only the right outlets to navigate your life, but equally like you have to find that balance.
Yeah, you don't want to always be trauma dumping on somebody or always be getting deep with someone who just wants to like chat it up.
Let's take it a step deeper, you know what I mean? I was never the one trauma dumping on everyone. It was kind of the opposite.
Okay.
So most people that would come into my life, this is like my like very real life experiences. Like most people would come to me with, I don't know, this aspect of like, I need you. Not that all of my relationships or friendships were like that, but more often than not, like growing up, most people would get something from me. Okay. This is going to get so deep so fast, dude. I have a question
for you,
but
go ahead. No, you keep going. I have one.
But, I guess that being said, like that's a lot of weight to carry if you don't know how to let go of that in any one specific way. So I feel like I spent my entire life learning how to find balance in all of those different areas of my life, that always felt out of balance. My entire life never felt balanced. I lived in survival mode like my entire life. As somebody with like chronic ADHD, I remember getting diagnosed, and my psychiatrist literally told me, she's like, yeah, you probably struggled like a lot more than you actually needed to. And like most of what you went through as a child probably wasn't necessary. Now, do I have regrets? Do I think everything happens for a reason? Absolutely. Like, I love myself. I love my life. Like, I'm happy that everything's brought me to where I am now.
I feel like it's almost
However,
your brain to work harder, but you used it
my entire life. Exactly. And I feel like everything about who I am now was kind of, I feel like it's the byproduct of overcompensating, because that was all I knew.
Yeah.
It's like having to overcompensate mentally for,
well?
I used to.
Yeah.
I'm really good with people now, but when you learn how to say no, I thought you were high-fiving me for a second.
I mean, we can, but I'm just saying,
hey,
me too. I'm here.
Later, we can high five later. But yeah, like I was definitely a chronic people pleaser, like most people for most of my life. And I think it's like the moment I learned how to start saying no and feeling confident about saying no was like where I found a lot of my confidence. And it's not just saying no, it's like learning how to like be okay not doing certain things or not
protecting your own peace.
Yeah.
In your energy. Yeah. So I've read a lot of things lately. I'm not going to talk about the single dad rabbit holes I've gone down and just everything, or like the firstborn son of a family, right?
I'm definitely not. I'm not a single dad, so like I love hearing different perspectives. So I'm
just like telling, this is like where it comes from, right? And then like knowing certain friends, like astral charts. Like I'm not into astrology crazy, but I do love my human design, and I love doing it for my friends.
I love that shit.
It's like, here, let me learn everything about you in 5 seconds, and then no more mystery. Sorry, haha.
You can't hide from me.
Yeah, pretty much. But with all of that, there's no denying that in every family or in every circle, in every friend group, that's just unfortunately like the role you take, and not even on purpose.
Yeah.
It's by the power you present yourself with, the way you speak, the way you present yourself. And I've just had to tell myself at times, like when I feel like I have a lot of friends, but friends don't have me.
Yeah, you said that.
I have felt like I'm there during the times they need me to be. And I used to think of it negatively. And I have friends that I talk to, every day or every couple days, and you're in a position, you're more influential, you're more, like, messages get across over better from you. So
I feel like a lot of it's a self-awareness thing.
And
I feel like some people like do have this natural inclination towards being more self-aware and like what a blessing that is, but also that, like most things, is also a practice.
Yeah.
Like self-awareness it's like when you have the curiosity towards finding yourself deeper, it's gonna happen.
Yeah. So I guess, now that we got that all out, my question to you about it is like with your relationships, I would think it's a compliment almost that they come to you with their problems, and it's just unfortunately up to you, and I sit in the same place, unfortunately up to me to like, I can't sit here and bitch about it and be like, oh, all they do is come, like this is the only time I hear from them, because unfortunately that's like your role.
100%.
Like your soul's role.
I agree. I don't think it's like, for me, it's not a complaint of mine, right?
Yeah. It does make it hard to keep like,
it comes in waves.
Consistent
it comes in waves.
Yeah.
I can definitely relate, where I feel like right now is a really interesting phase of my life, because I don't really have, like, when I tell you the people hitting me up, it's, like, how do I put it without sounding like a cocky motherfucker? It's the fan base. They're strangers. They're people I don't know. When it comes to friendships, like there are people that'll hit me up every so often, but my attention is so focused on just like my day-to-day role that I play in my own life.
Yeah.
For whatever reason that is, I just feel like I'm going through such a huge like energetic transformation right now within myself and my life. I feel like a lot in my life is about to change. And whenever I feel those shifts happening under the surface, that's when I sort of retreat and like pull my energy back, and I'm not really giving my time or attention to very many people. It's just like my
So you
natural...
don't retreat from where you feel it going,
No.
but you retreat
in fact,
from others, is what you're saying.
From a lot of things.
Yeah.
And for no particular reason. Like, my energy and my thoughts towards it are typically very neutral. Like, I can say a lot about, like, for example, you know, I have my feelings towards, especially now, where it's like, fuck, like, you know, even in my past romantic relationships, like, the theme that repeated itself in my life was, like, I was wearing the pants. Mm-hmm. I was pretty much in my masculine energy in most of my relationships.
Yeah, you needed somebody to...
I never understood what being taken care of or, like, properly loved really felt like. Mm-hmm. I still have yet to really experience what, like, mutual love feels like. And that's coming from somebody who loves really deeply. Like, I'm not gonna be another one that those people that's like, I love too hard, like I love too much. No, that's a fucking... I hate that shit. I hate that shit.
Did you grow up with unconditional love from family?
Never.
Okay.
Never.
So
dude, the only reason I know what love is because I have found it so deeply in myself.
That's what I was gonna say. There's two ways to go about it. You know, it's like you grow up.
But do you know what it takes to get there?
No, you're gonna tell me, but I'm just gonna add a little side
note.
Okay, maybe you won't. But
I'm just kidding.
You either grow up without unconditional love, and you know you're a hateful, mean person your whole life, and you fall into it and succumb.
Yeah.
Or you say, no, I want the opposite, and you work for it and have it. It's like growing up in a family where they all have addictions. It's like you can grow up and go down the path that they all have. Or you can say, I never want to touch any of that and not even smoke weed and go the other way. No, 100%. Obviously, it's an extreme thing, extreme example.
I definitely feel like the minority in that subject is that most people don't actually grow up with, like, solid family dynamics. And the few that do are, in my experience meeting these people, I don't mean this in any negative way, but they're actually the people that end up self-sabotaging the most and learning through their modes of self-sabotage. Like, I had a conversation with
they're
a friend.
Almost ignorant.
Well, I had a friend that we were talking about this not too long ago, and I remember them telling me we were talking about, like, themes like this, and they were kind of saying, it's like, yeah, like, I actually grew up with it really good and this and that. I've kind of, like, essentially created my own issues for myself. And, like, once they developed an awareness towards that, they were like, I had it so good, so I actually, like, dramatized my own life. But they still learn through it. So it's interesting. I really feel like trying to, like, measure trauma that happens in certain, family dynamics and this and that. And then you have people without it. But it's like, we all end up going through lessons in life regardless. And it's like, regardless of what you go through, what's interesting to me, fascinating even, is that it actually leads every single one of us to the same place. Eventually.
It can.
Eventually. Yes. It's not to say that everybody gets there in this lifetime. It's not to say that everybody wants to get there. In a weird way, I think there is a destination, and nobody talks about that destination. That destination is, like, if I were to, like, part of me wants to say this is what enlightenment is, but it's the inner knowing that, like, everything is one and everything is connected. We all come from the same place. You know, it's that thing. It doesn't matter how you get there or what you have to go through to get there. Eventually, we will all get there.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how. And that's, I think that's what fascinates me the most about the fluidity of the nature of life itself, is that you can experience, like, 40 different religions in this lifetime. It's probably going to take you to the same place eventually. You can experience, like...
That's what I say.
Mic drop. It's just, my ears are ringing. I don't know. Hold up. Yeah. Quiet, please. We're not there yet. Hold on. You can, it's like, I don't even know. Maybe that's all I needed to say about that.
100%. I think the best way to explain this, from what I've learned, like, literally 2-3 days ago, I may have even sent you the podcast.
Yeah.
I'm going to butcher it right now trying to explain it, but there's the book of Ra that...
I have it.
Okay. Yeah. So basically that whole story and the whole goal is to get from the 3-dimensional life to the 4-dimensional life. Like, that's your soul's objective. And some people reach it on Earth. Some people reach it in the afterlife. Some people don't reach it at all, and they say those are the souls that come back or reincarnate or are forced to reincarnate, where after, if we, reach the goal, we can come back if we'd like to.
I want to cut you off so bad.
Reincarnation is just a whole different other story. But
we're about to get into it because there's one thing I can think about, like bouncing off of all that.
Okay, go.
Please continue what you're saying, though.
No, that's pretty much it. It's just like our souls have a journey to reach this peaceful, powerful, perfect place. Like even in Christianity, if you go through like a 12-step process, the last thing doesn't say to have a perfect life. It says to have a reasonable and just life, so I may have a perfect one in the next. Meaning with like Jesus and God, right? That's how they phrase it. Because life on earth is not perfect. It is reasonable.
Right.
And then you build to that place.
Right.
And sometimes
this could even
takes you
kind of even dives into like karma and what karma is.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, there's so much I want to say.
Let's see this karmic girl.
There's so much.
The floor is yours. Pretend this is a song and you're the singer and I'm just doing ad-libs. Go.
I don't even know what that means. Okay, well,
do you like
Kid
for
Cudi? Starters.
Do you like Kid Cudi?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're Kid Cudi singing the song and I'm Kid Cudi just going, like I'm like the background.
Okay.
So the floor is yours.
Man, I don't even know. Hold up.
I
think the hunger is eating my brain cells.
We could totally just pivot.
Maybe we should. Maybe we should pivot.
Yeah, what are your ears telling you?
My ears?
Yeah, they were ringing.
I've had some weird experiences involving.
I've watched a lot of mediums who will say, like, they'll hear ringing, and depending on what ear it is, it's a different type of entity or deity.
You know what drives me, like, psychologically insane sometimes? We as humans are so good at, like, giving everything a science. Like, who said one ear means one thing?
Yeah, no, they just said, like, for them, that's, like...
Yeah, but, like, if you were to, we always want to look up, what do these angel numbers mean? Or, like, what...
Yeah.
The reason I feel that way about these signs and synchronicities is because I receive a lot of my insight through channeling and through dreams.
Well,
I love when people are like,
tailored to you to understand. Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of these like neutral themes that come through that's like, oh my gosh, this is like a message that I wish more people understood, right? We could talk about, let's use angel numbers for a great example. Okay. So just like everybody else, I used to think, oh my gosh, like 444 is going to mean protection. 222 is going to mean alignment. 888 is going to mean abundance. Part of me still feels like,
but 2, 4, and 8, do they mean shit to you?
I think everything is constructed of numbers anyway. Yeah. So this and that and this and that. There's one time one of my little divine insights came through, and the best way I could describe it is that whenever you see signs and synchronicities, little animals, hummingbirds, bees, freaking, I don't know, whatever you see, dragonflies, right? Angel numbers, repeating numbers, this and that. The numbers always come across to me the same way like people who get into surface level astrology does, right? It kind of rings the same bell in my head. It's like, I think it's a lot.
They're playing by a rule book when there is no rule book.
Exactly. It's like like the blueprint I think is different for everybody, but assuming that it's one way or one thing is what's actually going to hold you back a little more than you would even consider it to do so, right?
I agree.
So here's how I interpret signs and synchronicities. That is just something that's notifying it's like your spidey senses are letting you know, hey, you're in alignment. You've arrived. You've energetically shifted.
Yeah.
That's it.
And
that's it. It doesn't have to mean more or less than that. But I feel like it's an important thing to like, my biggest take on everything in life is neutrality. Why? Because we live on a dualistic plane of existence, which means everything's going to have a positive and negative polarity.
Yep.
But to be on one side or the other is what's going to do the most like non-benefit. Simply because neutrality is, I look at neutrality as like the anchor that holds everything in place. So without it, this is where we get into everything from why arguments harm us.
Yeah.
Why picking sides harms us. Why, choosing one belief or the other harms us. Why, and it all comes down to like your open-mindedness and ability to remain neutral in any situation. Without it, you are, in my opinion, powerless.
Yeah.
Powerless. And it's not to say you are all powerful and almighty, but
like
even then,
staying neutral while processing and taking the information to then.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's where the balance is formed. And that's where life actually becomes sustainable, is through neutrality.
And then that's when you see more synchronicities. That's
where you find alignment.
Yeah.
Is through that neutrality. It's the craziest thing. This is why, in my opinion, like when you actually, I wouldn't say fully detach from something necessarily, but you let go of your need to force something. Even force itself is picking a side.
Yeah.
It's expecting an outcome. It's assuming something to go a certain way according to the way you think it's supposed to go. When you let go of that resistance, you find yourself in a space of neutrality. And that neutrality is the same thing that people call letting go.
Mm-hmm.
Neutrality is the same thing that people would assume is releasing your fears, releasing your traumas, like putting those things behind you. That's all it is finding neutrality. It's not picking one side or the other. It's not assuming I feel this way or that way. It's sitting in this 0 point field. And that is the same thing. Like if you were to picture yourself as this little core atom, okay? You're like a little atom. You're right here and you're the center of everything. That's neutrality. And when you sit in that space, there are like a trillion little like antennas branching out from you, and those antennas can connect to everything and everyone all at once. So when you sit in that space of neutrality, that's where you find yourself actually in control of yourself.
Yeah. The way I've explained that before, I talk in metaphors a lot. So it's almost like if it were a tree, you'd be the trunk instead of sitting on a branch.
Exactly. That's the same picture.
That's where, like, if you're on a branch, right, and you're like, this is where everything stems from, not realizing that's exactly so many other perspectives.
No, I think that's the exact picture I'm trying to paint for sure.
Yeah.
But I think it's important to understand that too, because that's, when it comes to like things we see happening in our world or like the chaos revolving around us at any point in time, it's crazy because if you really just sit back as the observer and you look at what's actually going on,
it's very extreme.
Every single thing you're observing that is chaotic is simply something picking a side.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
That's what I meant by extreme. Left, right, black, like whatever.
Left, right, black, white.
Yeah, whatever
Hang tight.
we're talking about, like at the time, like exactly.
Yeah.
It's a side.
Right.
It's almost like sitting in the middle now. You get ostracized from people because you won't pick a side.
But
it's like,
then,
I agree with some things.
Even then, right? Even then, if you're really in that space of neutrality, you really understand what that feels like. You can't be affected by it. It's protection. It's, and this is where I think we find our power. But what's interesting is, I've had a lot of people chastise me when I say things like that. And it's like, because a lot of my following are either biblical people or people that are religious. And I'm like, okay, cool. I have practically the same beliefs. I've just taken things pretty deep.
Mm-hmm.
That's about all that's different here. Like, because I'm not going to put God into a box. My role to play in this life is not that, I live by this quote.
Okay.
We're all just guiding each other home. Right? And to me, like, however you want to interpret that is fine, because that is your life. That is your path. Like, and accepting that's a beautiful thing. But when we find that power in ourselves, that's not inherently us.
Mm-hmm.
That's not Sela becoming powerful. That's me connecting with
to
God.
The one.
Yeah. That's me being connected to the divine. That's me, I like to use different terms for God, but I think there's one God.
Yeah.
Maybe there's a lot of different interpretations of it.
Mm-hmm.
Or there's so many different beliefs, so many different cultures, so many different religions. I think they're all beautiful for what they are. And what you resonate with and what is working best for you is going to serve the purpose that it's meant to serve in that moment of your life. And that is subject to change, because evolution is a natural process of our human existence.
I think if you're following, let's say, a religion, right, and you're only following it by the book, you're following directions. You're not stepping out of that zone to get into the space you're talking about, like being able to get into. And if you think that your religion is the only and has the only one true God and all the rest are inaccurate, you're also wrong. My battle with faith the last 10, 12 years has been, I grew up, went to Catholic church a little bit. I wouldn't say we were churchgoers, but if we went there, and that was like what I was taught. Then I stopped going to church, but I'm in school. I'm learning about, Buddhism, Hinduism, everything, Judaism. It just like, I've always explained it like I say God because it's easy for me. And then now in today's life, like I go to Christian church because that's just for my own brain and mind to continue to not live it by the book, but to take a message and to branch out. I'll say God or Jesus, but like that's just what it is coming out of my mouth. Sometimes I will say the universe. Sometimes I will, but that doesn't mean, like, for me when I say... That doesn't mean
it's changing
within
you.
Like, right. if yours is, I don't know, Buddha, let's say, like...
Okay.
Or...
I get you, I'm following.
But, like, if I say... Like, if we were to all wear translators in our ears, and I said the word God, and you didn't hear God, you heard what you call it,
right?
It would be the exact same thing.
Absolutely.
So it's like,
I think that's definitely a cool way to translate that. Yeah. Because I think that's where I see there's a lot of arguments within that topic. Is like,
we're stepping.
I lost my train.
There's been a lot of wars over this argument, so
yeah,
walk closely.
But
walk
again,
safely.
Back to neutrality, right? I've talked about this before. I've talked about this plenty of times, actually, and a lot more recently because it seems to be a theme that's come up more. Because, like, even very recently, I started using the word God more, and I found that there was a part of myself that became closed off towards saying it, even though that never changed. Now, but naturally,
is it your own belief, or is it saying it because of others' perception?
There were my biggest thing. Again, this is outside of the belief itself. Like, I don't have a question in my mind about there being a God. I don't have a question in my mind about God.
Yep.
I don't have a question in my mind about my relationship to God. I don't have a question in my mind about what God is, who God is. That's not a question. That's probably never going to change. It can't. It's like once you find truth, that really does not change very easily. You know, there's a difference between finding belief and finding truth. That's how I look at it. There is truth and there are beliefs.
Wow,
beliefs can be...
Hey, tag that. That's a belief and then truth.
Because people assume that beliefs are truth.
Yeah.
But what I'm talking about is not a belief.
Yeah.
It's my truth. Right? It's not to say that somebody else's truth is wrong. But what I can tell you is that my truth leads directly to how we show up in our day-to-day lives, how we treat people, how we talk about things, our intentions, understanding self-awareness, understanding why your relationship to yourself is so important and that shouldn't be neglected with a relationship to God, right? And if those things are being neglected and you're the type of person that walks around condemning other people because they think about something a certain way, or you go around and you tell somebody that they are wrong because their truth doesn't match their ideal version of truth. That is not God. That is not the God that you speak of. That is not you following Christ. That is not you being a disciple. In fact, you're doing completely the opposite of that. You're not showing people how to get there. You're not doing a very great job either of guiding people to God. In fact, you're doing the opposite. And this is why there's so much war on religion. Religion is not the problem. It's how people are showing up with their beliefs and telling people that that's the way it's supposed to be.
Thinking there's some hierarchy.
Correct. And, you know, we could dive even deeper into, like, why religions were created. And a lot of that goes back to political control and how to control.
I didn't want to interrupt you, but I was
how can we control a population of people? Well, you fearmonger.
Yeah.
Well, you tell them this is what to be afraid of and this is what you have to do or you're going to die or you're going to go to hell, you're going to do this and that. So that's how I view religion.
Well,
that is not how I view God.
That's correct. That's how I view the world, though. Like, you don't even need to
Right.
be religious now. Like, think back in the
Right.
days of Alexander the Great when they're conquering parts of Europe, and you're like, how do you keep people without coming to attack where you are and keep you working in this flow, you know, doing what you got to do to keep the wheel spinning,
Mm-hmm.
and it's one singular message. And
Right.
so
Control the narrative.
that's where I have faith. I don't believe that like I'm religious, because
They're two separate things.
yes, but
Completely.
you
I
say that to
have
somebody else
faith.
and they're like, "Oh,
Beautiful.
blasphemous." Like, but the church, like the physical place of the church,
Mm-hmm.
the temple, depending on where
Mm-hmm.
your beliefs are at, whatever your word is for it. It even says it like in the Bible that's translated that I can read.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you don't need to be in that space to have a relationship with God.
100%.
Like, literally, it does say you need two, and like, you know, two praying or two here and I'll be with you, right? But it's because what are we doing? We're sharing the word.
Well, and the way I look at it too is like if I stop showing up in my relationship to God, then it's like at the end of the day, not only am I doing myself a disservice,
Mm-hmm.
but like I'm going against that faith that I claim to have. Right? And that's taught in churches as far as I'm concerned. That's preached to people.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like I follow that because that's what I believe I'm supposed to do. But equally, the way I talk about things every day, I think that could cause confusion. Like when I start talking about God a certain way, it's like that's where a lot of that neutrality comes in.
Yeah, you're
It's
using
like I
a
understand
word,
my
but
role that I'm
people
playing.
think that you said because of one word they put you in a box
Right.
instead of just.
And I've never been able to fit into a box.
Yeah.
So stop trying to put me in one.
Well,
I've had, you know,
I kind of fit in a lot
here's
of
you want an
boxes
unpopular
and
take
dog
on
doors.
this. An unpopular take on this is that I think how people view religion is actually directly attached to how they identify themselves. So something that
Explain.
well, hear me out, right? The
No,
deeper you meet yourself, the deeper you can meet God.
Yes.
And then you have people that have never, I mean, I have family members, dude. Like nobody that's probably directly followed. I don't fucking know. I don't care, actually.
Yeah.
No hate, no shame. But, you know,
It
I've had
could be
people,
you.
I've had like distant relatives, like go out of their way. Like it was blasphemy, dude. They were like absolutely full on attack mode. Like you need Jesus. Like you need to go, you know, find yourself. Like you've fallen off the deep end. I'm like, I don't know where you got this idea.
Like,
right?
But I have.
But here's the thing. Hear me out. Even the tone in how they presented this paragraph about this long on Facebook.
Yeah, I know.
Somebody I barely had a relationship with, mind you. Somebody I barely had a relationship. Like, no, there was no relationship there. This was a distant relative. And I remember this. This was a few years ago.
God-fearing.
It was.
Yeah.
But hear me out. This is coming from somebody who's probably never even met themselves half as close to how deep I've met myself. It's not to say that I've done better, or it's not that. It's just, honestly, from an outside perspective, it's not that hard to tell somebody who's, you know, swam a little bit deeper inside of themselves, so to speak, than somebody else.
If you're trying to bring somebody to God, you don't speak to somebody in that tone.
That's not how to do it.
Yeah, no.
That's not how to do it. It's the opposite of that. And that's just it, right? Like they identify so strongly with their beliefs. They forget how to walk their talk.
Yeah. Well, and
like when the belief becomes stronger than your identity, that is where we see problem.
Yeah, because it's all it is a belief. They don't turn it into truth.
Right. I don't think that's like what walking with faith is.
Yeah, no.
So it's, you know, that's really, at the end of the day, like if there was nothing more for me to say, that's my argument. That's my only argument towards God. If there was an argument at all, there's no argument towards God. It's the idea that people have. I don't like being questioned about my beliefs or my truth, because it's like, dude, when it becomes so embodied, like that's going to show up in how I treat people, how I show up every day. I don't go out of my way to judge or to harm. Like I'm not saying that because I'm like, I've done so much work on myself. It's not in me to do that. Like I'm so I speak with every cell in my body. Like, I really am so accepting of like people's journeys, their lives, their choices, even if it's not great, even if it's not harmful. Do I agree with all of it? No. That doesn't mean I'm going to hate you. I'm not going to carry that weight. I'm not going to like think about how much I disagree with the way you're going about life. Like, sometimes there are moments where, you know, you're affected by certain things. Absolutely. But I'm not going to go out of my way to change you because I disagree with it. That's not my job. If anything, it's yours, you know? And that is where God comes in.
Yeah, all you can do is continue to live your truth and hope their awareness picks up and can make the connections.
Right. Yeah. And I think, I don't know. There's so much I could say.
There's so much that we're going to say, whether it's this episode or the next, because this is free-flowing.
What are we at right now? Over an hour, huh?
I have
For
no
sure.
idea.
For sure.
Wow, 1 hour, 38 seconds.
That's what's up, dude. Let's go. We started off like, I don't know how to do this. And now I'm like, I can't shut the fuck up.
Yeah, we'll just get this going.
Yeah.
I do need some high-quality H2O.
I need some high-quality food.
Okay.
Should we cut it? Should we call it?
I mean, we can cut it. Or
what are like our final...
Yeah, I don't...
I feel like after I eat, I'm going to be like dead, done for.
Like not gonna...
Like next episode, please.
Okay, we can be... Girl.
He said girl.
Girl, I don't create the waves. I just ride them.
Damn, we didn't even get into like extraterrestrials, channeling.
I know. That's fine.
That's going to be a fun...
hour of substance, though.
Substance, dude. That's a whole other topic.
You want to know the best part? We talked and maybe mentioned like other people as like examples or other beliefs, but we didn't talk down on them, right?
Never.
We spent our time talking about each other. We didn't spend our time talking about others.
Hear that, folks? That's how it's done.
And I think that's...
Talking shit works a little different around here.
Yeah. When we talk shit, I just tell her to her face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Talk shit right now.
I mean, you really got to wear an Apple Watch.
That's a good point.
Like, I
mean, I don't know.
Like,
I needed something on my wrist. It just felt... I wish that hurt my feelings more than it.
Yeah, I don't know.
It didn't.
I've always had an Apple Watch when I couldn't have my phone, so it's like the people that have the Apple Watch.
I got one for you.
It's just like...
I got one for you. Let me talk shit to you. Really, dude? You got to live in like a fucking 8-bedroom house by yourself?
Well, I didn't live in this big-ass house by myself.
Oh, I'm sorry. You lived in an 8-bedroom house with like one person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a daughter.
Cha-ching!
Yeah.
Big money over here.
You know, if we're talking real estate and we get into property values and, you know...
I don't really
Which I don't want to get into.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
That part of my life's boring.
Let's end it on this, though.
Yeah.
Remember we were talking about it and I like gave read into your future a little bit?
Okay. So, funny enough, he went dark for days.
Dark?
The agent, didn't hear from him, nothing.
Okay.
Get a text from him yesterday, says, "Good morning, Gage. Sorry that I've been MIA. My clients are looking at your property one last time and decided that yours is it. We're just working out a combination of selling their current home and getting them financing. As you know, that's a bit of a process, but I'll let you know as soon as they're ready to move forward." And basically, I told him, look, I understand how hard it is to try to sell your house and then also find one in that short time frame.
Yeah.
Because escrow's so small. The period to buy a house so small. I was like, look, I will take my house off the market and they can have it in contract on paper for them, just to take that stress away from them. Because then it takes my stress away, and all we need to do now is from the buyer side and the seller side is work together to get their house gone. So in a market where homes are sitting... Now, if people are getting short on time, what are they doing? They're dropping the price. They're getting aggressive on making sure their house sells so they can get this one. And so now all I need to do as a seller is to make sure that I'm giving them comfortable space, comfortable time, and ways that they feel like they can win. Not just well, if your house isn't sold in 30 days, I get this money. Ways that I can benefit them on the back end. that was yesterday. And today, his clients met with the lender.
So you could be expecting something sooner.
I mean, it could be tomorrow. It could be in 2 days. All they were doing was going to the lender to see what they're approved for. Mm-hmm. They make money, but it's how much money they have on paper versus cash, right? So the loan may only get them, and let's just use 100,000 to be easy. The loan may only get them 25,000. So now they know they have 75,000 cash they need to come up with between selling their house and what they have in the bank.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Oh, I wasn't gonna throw out my price.
Probably not. Yeah.
Yeah. Just keep it easy. 0 to 100 real quick. But yeah, so that's literally that was yesterday morning I woke up.
It was like 2 days before that, right?
It was either the night right before or
I think it was 2 days before.
So it was like 38
I like
hours
briefly
before.
read your immediate future.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it's like someone related to the buyers because there was like a couple like in.
Well, it's an older couple. I do know that. And I was like, I even asked him. I was like, they don't have kids. Like, no, but they have a bunch of grandkids. I was like,
oh shit.
It's like, okay.
That gave me chills. I had mentioned that, did I not?
Yeah. So now that you say that, it's like
I'm so excited to find out you're going to be like another weird confirmation that I'm like psychic as fuck.
You're just going to be another fun podcast I get to live in real life. That's like true. Like shit.
Did I tell you what happened with my grandpa?
Maybe, but I need more than that. What happened?
Like I went back to sleep for 10 minutes?
No.
Oh my God. Okay, so my grandpa and his new wife, my like new grandma, Cher, they were here like a week and a half ago. And they were only here for like a day and a half, but when they were here, I remember my grandpa, he was like, "Oh, we should like stop by your work. We should like go visit."
Yes, and you said he was at the tattoo shop.
No, yeah, so
he said he was going to, but in your dream he was there.
Okay, yeah, so basically, long story short, I'll just say it all over again.
I'm sorry. Yeah. Sorry to ruin the story.
Shut up, dude.
But I do listen to you.
Bleep it out.
I do listen to you.
No,
like,
but
you did tell me.
That was so trippy because I remember I woke up that morning super early, and then I was like, maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours later, I was like, I'm gonna go back to sleep. But that morning, I had gotten a text from Cher saying, "Your grandpa's going into surgery this morning." Whatever. I was like, okay, like, have a safe surgery, whatever. I was like half dead when I replied that. And then I went back to sleep for like I took like a 10-minute nap, dude. Mind you, I'm like straight into the dream realm, like within seconds of falling asleep. No big deal. But it wasn't even like wake into this weird alternate dream state. I was like, no, I went straight to work. I like went to sleep for 10 minutes. showed up at my work. My coworker Haley's there. She's like, look who's here. I was like, what? And look in the back. My grandpa walks out. He's like, he just had this reaction. I'm like, what are you doing here? He's like, I don't know. I just wanted to stop by. And then after he said that, he fucking
I fully believe like
shut up. Let me finish.
Yeah, I'm
sorry.
Let me tell him. I'm so
excited. Let me tell him. So like poofs into thin air, right? And then I freaking wake up and I was like, wait a second. I was only asleep for like not even 10 minutes. Not even 10 minutes. And that was the experience I just had. And then I go and text Cher and I'm like, is Grandpa in surgery right now? And she's like, yeah, he gets to sleep in this morning. And I'm sitting there like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Like,
we can talk about this in the next episode, but like dreams or under surgery, like when they put you under anesthesia, near-death experiences, like he wanted...
Oh, his soul was... He really wanted to visit
He wanted to see you, and where was the only place he knew to find you? And he doesn't know where house is, right?
No. So cute.
So he met your soul where he knew where to find it.
Isn't that beautiful?
That's how I interpret it.
I think that's so sweet. It's like, thanks, Grandpa, you visited me while you were in surgery. That's so sweet.
He's like, I didn't get to see my girl. I'm going to see you now.
Yeah. You feel me?
Maybe he didn't see you because he knew that, like, you're so out of body.
The soul knows everything.
He could see you
the
then.
Soul has
he could just see you
no
then.
Freaking...
Wait, have you asked him since he's woken up? Like,
no.
If like... Like
no, I told Cher. She probably told him.
You should even just be like, if you were to guess what my tattoo shop looks like, what would you guess? And just see
like
what
a sweet old guy. I don't know.
Yeah, you never know.
Yeah, I don't know. Did I tell you about like the beings I've seen in my dreams?
Beans.
Like,
Did you say, beans? Thought we were going beans.
Beings. Did I ever bring that up or no?
Yes.
Like, did I mention any in particular? Fun fact. Did I ever mention the man in a black and white suit with the face of a black cat?
The cat.
Like,
yes,
I did mention that
brother,
to you.
With your brother.
I had that dream with my brother.
Yes.
I just met somebody else who has also been approached by that being.
Yeah.
Dreams are not dreams, folks. I'm telling you right now. I actually am doing a podcast with him tomorrow.
With your brother?
No, with the guy I met that had this same being encounter him in his dream.
Yeah.
Isn't that fucking... I'm like... Wild. He lives across the fucking country, dude.
It's kind of nuts.
Nuts. I'm like, I'm onto something, folks.
Yeah, and
I'm onto something.
The more you talk about it and the more research you do, the more you realize it all comes back from a branch back to the same
mitochondria of a communication system that we're all connected to.
Yeah. Protons, neutrons, electrons. That's why Egypt built pyramids.
Got it.
All right. Send us off. I need water.
Thank you guys for joining us on this episode of the Open Dome podcast. This has been the best one so far. I can't wait to see. Yep, can't wait to see it.
She's going to take it far.
I don't even remember what I said.
On more
I was dreaming this whole time.
All of them. So I've been Gage.
What'd you say?
I said I've been Gage. You usually would go like, I've been Sela, or this, or I could say
I don't know. I was thinking in my head like, I'm engaged in this conversation.
Yeah, me too. I'm always engaged. I can't turn it off. It's my
I've never been engaged.
Curse.
That'd be cool. Marriage?
No, I mean, I meant
no.
Probably not. Like, I'm like present engaged. I can't turn it off.
Oh, he's present.
Yeah, like I'm just always like. Whew.
And divorced. I'm sorry, cut it out. Yeah. No, it's for the better.
Yes.
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 You can just cut that out.
We can talk about it off screen.
I don't really care.
Neither do I.
Okay. It's been real, you guys. I'm Sela.
I'm Gage.
We'll see you on the next episode.
That was fucking money.
Money, baby.
Let's go. I don't even feel like we were recording. I mean, we were just talking.
I hope
and now we
stupid.
Get to share it. You what?
I hope it doesn't look stupid. I'm not used to seeing myself outside of a... You're going to have to edit it, though. I really...
It's easy peasy.